Good. Good afternoon and welcome to the regularly scheduled City Commission meeting for Tuesday, May the 27th, 2025. Can we have a call for attendance, please?
Commissioner Thomas.
Here.
Commissioner Pruitt.
Here.
Commissioner Witt.
Here.
Commissioner Hargis. Present. Mayor Staten.
Here. If you would, please rise with me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. First up on the agenda, we have a recognition of new employees. Mr. Newman?
Yes, Bart, do you mind to bring, I see one of your employees.
Yeah, one of them's out on the job site.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
come on up.
there we go.
Hey, here we go, just in time.
Just in time.
10 minutes before.
Yeah.
Your clock out?
Yeah, welcome Shane Morgan. He's a wastewater operator and comes to us, he's from Henderson, comes to us from the banking industry. But he's been at our wastewater plant as a temporary, now he's full-time, so we're glad to have him. Yeah, so.
Welcome.
Deal.
Harley Wilkinson, he works on one of our field crews. Been with us before, glad to have him back. And he's a hard worker, he's does a good job, and we're just real excited to have him and Shane both. So, yeah.
Well, guys, yeah, thank you for coming to work for the water utility. Bart's a heck of a good manager.
Yes, he is.
Good guy to work for, so I think you're in good hand.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all. That it, or we have it?
That is it.
All right. Next up, Miss Abby Dixon is joining us all the way from down the road at the tourism office.
Yes, thank you all for having me today. My name is Abby Dixon. I'm the Executive Director of the Henderson Tourist Commission. And I'm here today to present an opportunity that I'm really excited about. I presented at Fiscal Court this morning, and I commented that sometimes it feels like it takes forever for good things to come to fruition, and then sometimes it's like you wake up and the opportunity's right in front of you. So I feel like that's kind of where we are with this one. So we're going to talk a little bit about the film industry and what we can do to bring more of that industry here to Henderson. And I don't think I've ever used this clicker before, but I'm sure I can figure it out. Okay, so why are we talking about this now? So you all might recall this past legislative session, Senate Bill 1 established the Kentucky Film Office. So we have film incentives at the state level that have been reinstated and also expanded. So when we think about filming in our country, it's no surprise we think about California and we think about Georgia. California, of course, is kind of the heart of Hollywood. But Georgia, the reason why filming is such a big deal in Georgia is because they put incentives in place. So they were very intentional about recruiting this industry to be a part of their state. So now we see those as kind of the big two. Well, now that these incentives have been reinstated, expanded, we have the Kentucky Film Office that's scheduled to open July 1st of this year. We have a real opportunity to be one of the big three for filming in the United States. So what these incentives do at the state level, the incentive offers 30 to 35% tax credits to productions that are filming in Kentucky. So a single project is eligible for up to $10 million in tax credits. The legislature has set $75 million for the calendar year to be used for these film incentives. Everything will be administered through the Kentucky Film Office, similar to like the economic development incentives or the tourism incentives that exist now for development projects. There will be an application process. Of course, there are expenses that are and are not eligible for the incentive. So, for example, if a production company came to Henderson and they're looking for carpenters to help build a set or electricians to work on a set, or even if they see we need a bouquet of fresh flowers for this scene. If they are spending dollars in our community, hiring Kentuckians, spending money at our local businesses, those expenses are all eligible for this reimbursement. If they're going across the bridge, no can do. So it's all meant to bolster our local economies here in Henderson. I will say we've had some Kentucky communities that have already had filming opportunities. So y'all might remember there was a Hallmark movie being filmed in Owensboro. I believe it was actually around Christmas time. There was a scene of a different project that was filmed in Madisonville not too long ago. Southern Kentucky has had a lot of success. And what we're seeing is for every dollar spent on an incentive, $7 comes back into our state and in our local communities. And, you know, this industry is changing so much. So now every time you click open Hulu or Prime or Netflix, like, they are pumping out TV shows and movies and even like productions that are exclusive to YouTube left and right. So the way that we consume entertainment is different than it used to be. You know, we're not just going to the movies a few times a year for those big headliners of the summer or whatever. Films and TV shows are coming out all over the place. So we have an opportunity here. So how do we work together to actually see production companies come to Henderson? So there is a group of Western Kentucky counties, and when I say that, like, in the past week, this has really exploded. That's why I'm here. Last minute addition to the agenda, which I appreciate. So my counterpart in Hopkins County, they started working on how do we create a film commission for Hopkins County to market itself. So they started working with Christy Kilday and Jeremy Winton. So I started talking to these folks about a year and a half ago when we really started pushing for these incentives from the state. So let me tell you about Christy. She is from Los Angeles. She is in this industry, and she sees so much promise in this industry in Kentucky now that these incentives are in place that she has moved to Kentucky. She lives in Louisville now. So my counterpart in Hopkins County started talking to these folks, and they said, you know, happy to promote Hopkins County, but this is really, it needs to be a regional initiative. The likelihood of one Kentucky county in our neck of the woods having everything that a film is looking for is pretty rare. And when you think about like driving on these LA highways, like, I mean, I think it takes 2 hours to go 2 miles, right? So whenever we say to them, you can be from Henderson to Paducah in less than 2 hours and have a whole new portfolio of offerings, it's really appealing. They are willing to travel within a 3-hour radius to shoot multiple scenes of a movie. So all that being said, our friends in Hopkins County started this new West Kentucky Film Commission. It has its own EIN number, it's its own entity, and they have invited partners to join forces to attract film to our region. So commitments so far include the tourism folks in Madisonville, Paducah, Owensboro, Hopkinsville, Oak Grove, Bowling Green, Franklin, and Central City. And that list might have expanded today. So we're really excited about the opportunity to work together. I think this is a rising tides lift all ships approach. This commission will hire Goldenrod Film, which is Christy Kilday's company, to go out to LA and promote our region specifically, the members of this organization, to filmmakers. So they already have applications in. They are hiring a full-time staff person. That will be their only job, is to promote the counties, the cities that are listed as members of the West Kentucky Film Commission. So we know that these incentives are absolutely fabulous, and it sets our communities up for success because our state can offer something, but it's not enough to just wait for these filmmakers to discover Henderson on their own. We want to be really intentional about attracting these folks to Western Kentucky. Okay, so this is a membership-based organization. The initial investment for the first year is $10,000. It's expected that after the first year, that membership will go down. Just, you know, the cost of getting something up off the ground, building a website, getting a brand, etc., getting like the sizzle reels that we need to really be able to show off our region. So it's expected that that investment will go down. What we are proposing is a 3-way split between the county, the city, and the Tourist Commission. I can tell you that The Tourism Board has approved this, Fiscal Court approved it this morning, and so I'm here today to ask the City Commission if you all would be willing to go in 3 ways on that first year membership. And before we discuss, and I can answer any questions, I want to share just a few more reasons why I think this is a good idea. So I touched on this earlier. Whenever a production company comes into town, we're getting that direct spending. I mean, everything from things that they need for the movie to accommodations for their cast and their crew. They've got to eat 3 meals a day. So those no-brainer types of direct spending that we'll see in our community. They will hire locals, whether it's folks in the trades to help bring the set to life, or extras, or if they see that Mayor Staten's house is really like the perfect setting for the film that they're working on, they'll offer you money to be able to film at your home. So, I mean, these are legit business people, and our residents and our businesses will see that impact. Something that I get really excited about, I have 2 kiddos, and thinking of where our community and our state will be when they're older and looking for their dream job. I want to be able to say, you can do anything in the world that you want to do, and you don't have to leave Kentucky, right?
Wow.
So I think for us as a state to show, kids who are interested in this growing industry, and I mean, we have some brilliant students at the high school. You can do all of that right here in our state, and even here in Henderson. I see it as an experience for some of our students to get hands-on experience on set with some of these production companies, and my gosh, what a cool experience for them to have. We really brand ourselves as a creative town. Think about, we're still like beaming over Tom Hanks and Madonna coming to Henderson in the 90s, right? So we know that gives our residents such a point of pride, and I want us to have a seat at the table as these decisions are being made. With all of that being said, the governor will be in Madisonville tomorrow. He's announcing the launch of the West Kentucky Film Commission. He'll, of course, be shouting out all of the communities that are taking advantage of this opportunity, and I want us to be on that list. So, with all of that being said, I'm happy to answer any questions or respond to any comments that you all might have.
Kudos.
Yes, I think it's awesome.
You've been working on this for,
You remember
when I was on
when
the
we talked
commission
about
6
it?
years ago.
Yeah.
It's finally coming to fruition. Congrats. Yep. I'm on board.
Anybody else have any comments or questions?
I think it's awesome. Just like you said, we've got a lot of talent here. And for kids to come out of Henderson County and get involved and get an opportunity to work on a set and learn, it's great.
No, I really appreciate you keeping up to date on this, because I think you're right. How we're consuming media is different, and I too would like a seat at the table, because I do think this is where the direction is headed. And Abby had a production crew here last night for Kentucky tourism, so I do think Henderson has a lot of opportunity to get on the map that way, and I would say yes. I'm still waiting to be discovered, so maybe this could be my
Hey,
My big
Kelsey
break.
is
Big
my
break.
volunteer talent regularly, so
yeah.
she's got real talent there.
So,
Go ahead.
go ahead. No.
I was just, and you said something in Atlanta, when we go visit our son, we go downtown, there may be 2 companies shooting different movies. And I can remember us trying to get in, and they said, no, you got to scoot back, get me in there. So, I understand how they did it. They offered big incentives, cut income, net profits tax rates for them and everything. They did all kinds of stuff for them to bring them in, and it's paying off for Georgia.
And 3 years down the road, we might realize maybe this isn't what we thought it could be. But we've been given these tools from our friends in Frankfurt, and I want us to see the opportunity through.
So given that the fiscal court unanimously supported this morning, we set aside a certain amount of money on a yearly basis. It used to be $50,000. Is it still $50,000?
Yes, sir.
We set aside $50,000 a year toward our vision plan. And those funds are typically used to go back and fund things that came directly from the vision plan in 2015. and/or they are used for things that could be a vision to improve the community somehow. And I would think if the commission is in agreement, that this would apply there. And so if we are in agreement to move forward, then I would entertain a motion to commit $3,333.33 to join the tourism department and the fiscal court in funding this particular measure out of the vision plan budget.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Do we have any other discussion or questions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Pruitt.
Aye.
Commissioner Witt.
Aye.
Commissioner Hargis.
Aye.
Mayor Staten.
Aye. Yes, ma'am. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
doing what you do. We appreciate
Send
it.
you an invoice. I appreciate it, y'all. Thank you.
Go get 'em,
Thanks, Abby.
Okay, next up, if I could have our guest from Colonel Cast Media come join me at the podium. We have a special presentation of our Community Spotlight Award for the month.
This month, the City of Henderson proudly shines the community spotlight on the Colonel Media program at Henderson County High School, a standout example of creativity, collaboration, and community engagement. Led by their dedicated teacher, Nate Fish, Colonel Media gives students hands-on experience in everything from photography to video production. Under his guidance, students produce a regular news show for their classmates and take on meaningful multimedia projects that stretch far beyond the classroom walls. One of the program's most recent collaborations has been with the city itself, the launch of Municipal Matters, the mayor's podcast aimed at connecting local government with the community. Each episode is recorded and produced by Mr. Fish alongside recent HCHS graduate Gabby Major, whose skill and professionalism continue to shine even after graduation. In recognition of his outstanding leadership and commitment to community collaboration, Mr. Fish was recently honored with the Henderson County Schools' own The Outreach Award. His work is a shining example of how education and civic engagement can go hand in hand. Gabby has also recently received awards of her own, including being named the Student of the Year for the Media Arts program at Henderson County High School. The City of Henderson extends its sincere thanks to Nate Fish, Gabby Major, and the entire Colonel Media team for their incredible work. Your passion, talent, and dedication are helping to build a stronger, more connected community, one story at a time.
And I promise this wasn't by coincidence that we had somebody talking about broadcast journalism before we award our community spotlight to two broadcast journalists in the city. But since the beginning of the year, you all have cut now, as of today, 7 episodes of Municipal Matters, the new city's podcast that comes out once a month. And you've done a fantastic job. We've been able to reach a lot more people with certain messages and with information about exciting things going on in Henderson. And you guys have done fantastic. And so we wanted to, before you take off and go to Auburn and pursue your career interests, I guess next year, right? Yeah. So we got a little bit of time, but before you take off and spread your wings, we wanted to make sure that we recognized you and we recognized Mr. Fish from Colonel Cast Media for doing just a heck of a good job. And if you would, if you would like, you're welcome to address the commission and with any words you might want to say.
Just a big thank you to you for reaching out to us and letting us be part of it. And that's always been my vision with Colonel Media, to increase our influence and connections and collaboration with the city and county. And so this has been an awesome experience for us to extend that vision. So.
And I'm just really thankful for the opportunity to get to do this with all of y'all. So.
And Gabby's not only an co-executive producer of the show, but she was a guest on the most recent episode that came out to date. And so if you've got Apple Podcast or Spotify or wherever you get your podcast, if you search Municipal Matters, that will get you connected to the Henderson, Kentucky podcast. And she and 3 of her fellow students were on talking about what we can do to try to make sure that we keep kids here and try to make sure that Henderson's a place that's appropriate for you going forward.
Right.
So thank you guys very much. If you would, join me up here at the front of the room and we'll get a quick picture. Stand in the middle and kind of I'm going to at the same time.
So I feel like I need to give a little clap.
Best wishes.
And before we move off of the presentations portion of the agenda, even though it's not on the agenda, I would like to ask for Trey Stevens to come up to the podium, please. So we talked about this at the last meeting, but it wasn't on camera, and it wasn't a regularly scheduled meeting. But Trace, you're going to be retiring soon, is that correct?
Yes.
So when is
Monday's my last day, June 2nd.
Monday, June the 2nd is your last day.
Yep.
I just wanted to take this opportunity to tell you how much I appreciate you and all the work that you've done. I actually talked about you on the radio this morning. They were talking about parks and recreation, and I have seen very few people who are as comfortable in front of others communicating information and sharing messages than you are. You've been a very good example for others to follow in terms of how much you care about the community, and just wanted to take this time to tell you that I'm going to miss you, and wanted to give the rest of the commission an opportunity to say something to you as well if they've got anything on their mind.
I appreciate everything you've done in my tenure here, because I think we've got some of the best parks in the state. And when I was a kid, I always wondered, why are we wasting all this space? We can make it commercialized. Now I look back, it's like, ooh, I'm glad we didn't do that. And kudos to you. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, I've always heard really good compliments about our parks in general. We have young kids, and so they always enjoy going out there as well. And I know you put a large emphasis on all the tree planting and everything else you do in the community to try to make sure that it's environmentally friendly and sustainable for the future. So I appreciate everything you've done for the city. Great job.
Trace, I'm gonna let you go first. Go ahead.
No, thank you for all of your hard work. You've always been super easy to work with on various projects, and you're going to be missed.
Trace, it's been an honor. You were the first African-American department head ever hired in the city of Henderson. And so that's saying something. And you represented African-Americans with high standards. And I'm kind of emotional because I was part of that, helping you get there, showing you that the job that you got, that you represent not only African-Americans, but whole Henderson, and you had done it in an extraordinary way for 11 years? Mm-hmm. And I'm going to miss you. So best wishes to wherever, but I will be seeing you, but best wishes wherever you go. Enjoy your retirement, and thank you for everything.
Well,
Right, and after the meeting today, so at the very end of the meeting, we're going to have an executive session. And in that executive session, we're actually going to leave this room and come back. And we're going to have a little action to take right after that. But I would invite Grace, of course, to stick around if you would, just for a few minutes after the meeting. And everybody else, if you'd like to say, like to come up and wish Trace well. I think we've got a few snacks and stuff in the back that we're going to do. But thank you. We just wanted to have a chance before you left us to say thank you. We really appreciate your service to the community, sir.
thank you. I appreciate it. I thank you for the opportunity to come here 11 years ago. When I initially came here 11 years ago, I came to Henderson for a job, and I think I mentioned it at the last meeting that I got a little bit more than a job coming here. I found a new home. I appreciate it. I don't plan on moving anywhere. I thank you for all of the compliments. I pass all of that on, and I blame all of that on my crew. Those are the guys that are out there when it's 100 degrees in the summer and when it's 0 degrees in the winter and it's raining, and they're the guys that are out there making sure the trash is picked up, making sure the trees are trimmed, bushes and things like that. So everything good that happened was because of those folks, and I appreciate all the support that my staff has given me to make the Henderson parks look as good as they are and help support the citizens of Henderson through the parks. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, next up on the agenda is the consent agenda.
The consent agenda contains the following: minutes of the May 13th, 2025 regular meeting and the May 20th, 2025 special called meeting, Resolution number 38-25, resolution approving human resources report dated May 27th, 2025. Municipal order number 39-25, municipal order authorizing donation of surplus property located at 1401 Powell Street, Henderson, Kentucky, PVA parcel number 2-18-2-13 to Audubon Kids Zone Incorporated, 1325 Powell Street, Henderson, Kentucky, and authorizing the mayor to execute documents necessary to complete sale. And municipal order number 40-25, municipal order authorizing the amendment to utility and access option, an easement agreement and amendment to memorandum of easement facilities, easement between the City of Henderson Pratt Paper of Kentucky, LLC, Pratt Properties 2, LLC, Pratt Henderson Corrugating LLC, and Henderson County Solar LLC, and authorizing the mayor to execute all necessary documents on behalf of the City of Henderson.
Before we get a motion to approve, do we have any item that any commissioner would like to pull from the consent agenda for further discussion? Hearing none, I'll take a motion to approve, please.
Motion to approve?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Thomas?
Aye.
Commissioner Pruitt?
Aye.
Commissioner Witt?
Aye.
Commissioner Hargis?
Aye.
Mayor Staten?
Aye. Next up, we have a first reading of an ordinance accepting public utility improvements.
Ordinance number 20-25, ordinance accepting public improvements. Ordinance accepting public utility improvements, water and sewer main for River's Edge in the City of Henderson.
We have a motion to approve, please.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any comments, questions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Thomas?
Aye.
Commissioner Pruitt?
Aye.
Commissioner Witt?
Aye.
Commissioner Hargis?
Aye.
Mayor Staten?
Aye. Next up, we have an ordinance adopting HWU's budget.
Ordinance number 21-25, ordinance adopting Henderson Water Utility Budget. Budget and appropriation ordinance for the fiscal year commencing July 1st, 2025 and ending June 30th, 2026 for Henderson Water Utility of the City of Henderson, Kentucky.
Do we have a motion to approve, please?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second?
Bart, do you mind to come up? You or Todd, either one? Thank you, guys, very much. I thought maybe we could take this opportunity, if you want to just hit the high-level highlights of what we were looking at for your budget.
Like I said, everybody should have a copy in their packet. It was approved by our commission last Monday night at our board meeting. Roughly, we're projecting revenues to go up a little over 5% to 28 million and change. Expenses are roughly budgeted to go up by about the same amount. Operating position remains positive. We're shooting for about $4.5 million in capital in next fiscal year, with hoping to increase that to 5 in future years after that. The big project is the biosolids project that we will start at the North Wastewater Plant. That's where about 2 million of that 4.5 will be allocated next fiscal year. I just recommend everybody read the executive summary, the first 5 or 6 pages. It pretty much provides a good summary of everything that is affecting the budget for that fiscal year and kind of puts it in a narrative that's a little easier to explain than just numbers on the spreadsheet.
Thank you,
I'll
sir.
take any questions if you have any.
Anybody have any questions or comments or anything? Thank you very much. We appreciate it, guys.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Thanks, Bart.
Commissioner Thomas?
Aye.
Commissioner Pruitt?
Aye.
Commissioner Witt?
Aye.
Commissioner Hargis?
Aye.
Mayor Staten?
Aye. Next up, we have a municipal order adopting rules for conduct at the sports complex.
Municipal order number 41-25, municipal order adopting rules of conduct for individuals attending or participating in events at the Deaconess Henderson Sportsplex.
Before we get a motion, I'm going to look to our attorney after I make a comment on it. So there are going to be questions from commissioners that are going to be best answered by Dylan. He has been the closest working on the project over the last 2 years. This just happened to be on the agenda on a week where he is out. Given that piece of information, and given that it's not a matter of timeliness on this, I would suggest that we table this until Dylan is here, so that he can answer those questions and field the discussion from the commission on this particular matter. Do we need to get a motion and a second first to approve, or do we need to just move straight into tabling it? What are the
Well,
procedures?
you don't have a motion
We don't,
to
correct.
table, so you probably need to do a motion and then do a motion to table.
Thank you. So I'll take a motion to approve, please.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, and in light of the things that I just mentioned, if the commission is agreement, I'll take a motion to table this until a meeting in the future.
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Pruitt.
Aye.
Commissioner Witt.
Aye.
Commissioner Hargis.
Aye.
Mayor Staten.
Aye. Next up, we have a resolution authorizing the submittal of a grant application.
Resolution number 39-25, a resolution authorizing the filing of an application with the Department of Transportation, United States of America, for a grant under the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, and a resolution committing the local share of funds necessary to secure a Section 53-11/5339/5310/5303/5304 grant application.
Motion to approve, please.
So moved.
We've got a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Do we have any comments, questions, suggestions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Pruitt.
Aye.
Commissioner Witt.
Aye.
Commissioner Hargis.
Aye.
Mayor Staten.
Aye. Next up, we have a municipal order awarding a bid for Green River Road sidewalks.
Municipal order number 42-25, municipal order awarding bid for construction of Green River sidewalks to KMAC Contracting LLC of Madisonville, Kentucky, in the amount of $406,843.97.
Motion to approve, please.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second?
Buzzy, I didn't prep you for this, but can you tell us a little bit about where this is going to be located and what it's going to do?
Okay, basically, several years back, when we widened and improved a section of Green River Road, we had a pedestrian trail that ended at Osage, and this project will pick up at Osage and will take it all the way to Big Gate School. So there will be now connectivity to sidewalks there as well as onto US 60 as far out as really, to be honest with you, outer limits of Green River Road there by Greystone.
Oh, I need-
It's gonna make it much safer for the
Oh, my
kids.
gosh, it is. It really
They
is.
ain't got nowhere to.
No, and I feel calls, it'd be wrong for me to say often, but probably once a year at least, I get calls about when are they going to put in, or when are we going to put in sidewalks out there by Ben Gate School to make it safer? And I'm glad we're moving forward with it personally. I think we did get a motion and a second on that, is that right? Any other questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Pruitt.
Aye.
Commissioner Witt.
Aye.
Commissioner Hargis.
Aye.
Mayor Staten.
Aye. Next up, we have a municipal order awarding the purchase of stop-loss insurance.
Municipal order number 43-25, municipal order awarding contract renewal for City of Henderson stop-loss coverage reinsurance.
Do we have a motion to approve, please?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second?
Do we have any comments, questions?
Probably would ask Megan to come up and just give you a brief overview of what this means.
All right.
Yes, thank you. We sent this out, and we originally were expecting a 30% increase from our current vendor, Sun Life, just the way things are going lately. They actually came back a little bit less than that, so about an 18.5 increase. We had some other vendors that were more competitive, but they had some lasers that would potentially cost the city substantially. So the recommendation is to continue on with Sun Life and renew our organ transplant with Optum.
So is a clear understanding what stop-loss insurance means? Since we are self-insured, we do carry additional coverage to protect the city in the case we have a catastrophic event occur with one of our insured. So we managed it very well.
And it's something we've carried on the books, I think, since inception. It's been for a
as long
long
as I've
time.
been.
Yeah, it's been for a long time at least, yeah.
And we've been with Sun Life before, so.
Good deal. Anybody else?
There
have
is
any-
still potential
Sorry.
for us, for us to get a little bit of money back, but we won't know that until next year. But they're projecting potentially 60,000, so that would be ideal, but it's not
Okay.
guaranteed.
Good deal. Any other questions or comments? Roll call, please. Thank you, Megan.
Commissioner Thomas.
Aye.
Commissioner Pruitt.
Aye.
Commissioner Witt.
Aye.
Commissioner Hargis.
Aye.
Mayor Staten.
Aye. Next up, as Megan mentioned, we have a municipal order awarding the renewal of organ transplant policy.
Municipal order number 44-25, municipal order awarding contract for renewal of City of Henderson's organ transplant policy.
Do we have a motion to approve, please?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second?
All right, and Megan just mentioned about the organ transplant policy and her recommendation, similar process, something we've carried before, just kind of customary. They went out and after an exhaustive process, they are recommending what's on your sheet. Do we have any other comments or questions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Thomas?
Aye.
Commissioner Pruitt?
Aye.
Commissioner Witt?
Aye.
Commissioner Hargis?
Aye.
Mayor Staten?
Aye. Do we have anything on the city manager's report today?
Just as a reminder, we have a vision plan update next week. We'll have Holly Blanford reach back out to you individually and invite you to that meeting. So
I think
it's our
3 o'clock on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure.
second, so that would be right.
Okay.
And it will be at the Henderson County Extension Office in the back.
Do you have anything from city attorney today?
No, sir.
All right. And the city commissioners, since we're going to an executive session, if you all have any comments, I'm just going to call you left or right if that's okay. Commissioner Hargis, do you have any comments today?
I do not.
Commissioner Pruitt?
Nope.
Commissioner Witt?
None today.
Commissioner Thomas? We have need for executive session, and we will be leaving the room. You all are welcome to stay in here. I would anticipate it lasting 20 to 30 minutes, and we will come back with some minor action.
I move the commission go into executive session pursuant to KRS S61.810, paragraph 1, subsection B, for the purpose of discussion that may lead to the future acquisition of real property located in the vicinity of Clay Street, Washington Street, and Atkinson Street, and KRS 61.810, paragraph 1, subsection C, for discussion of pending litigation against the city of Henderson involving the Henderson City County Airport, and pursuant to KRS 61.810, paragraph 1, subsection F, for discussion that may lead to the appointment of an individual employee.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
We are in executive session, and we'll retire and be back shortly. I believe you. Good? Need a motion to come out of executive session, please. Do we have a second? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
We are back in regular session, and we have a resolution.
Municipal order. Municipal order number
Oh,
40
municipal orders.
45-25, municipal order approving settlement agreement between Patricia L. Casino individually and as co-trustee of Patricia Casino Revocable Trust and Joanne Williams, collectively Williams, and Henderson City County Airport, City of Henderson, Henderson County, Alan Bennett, in his official capacity as airport manager, Russell Seitz, in his official capacity as city manager, collectively Henderson, arising out of a case in the United States District Court, Western District of Kentucky, case number 419 CV00076 BJB, styled Patricia Casino on behalf of the Patricia L. Casino Revocable Trust, et al., Henderson City County Airport Board, et al., and authorizing the mayor to execute the agreement on behalf of the city of Henderson, including all exhibits.
Do we have a motion to approve, please?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Do we have any comments or questions? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Thomas?
Aye.
Commissioner Pruitt?
Aye.
Commissioner Witt?
Aye.
Commissioner Hargis?
Aye.
Mayor Satan?
Aye. Entertain a motion to adjourn, please.